All right. Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to your nutrition boot camp. It is April 20th. Holy cazoli. I can't believe April is already 2/3 of the way over. I still feel like my brain is stuck in February. I don't know if you're like me, but I wanted to jump on real quick and just give you a daily dose of love and mentorship and guidance to help you crush your fit life journey. And these are called nutrition boot camp calls, but I feel like these calls are so much more than nutrition. But it all plays a part in your nutrition as well, because I feel like, at least for me personally, if my mind is right, my nutrition is right. And if my mind is hurting, my nutrition is hurting. So a lot of the times these calls are about mindset and ways you can fix or heal or whatever your mindset. And I truly believe that, for me personally, and hopefully for you, that when we are doing the work to heal our mindset, our nutrition kind of just falls into play with that. And by working on your mindset, working on healing from the inside out, you're able to heal from the inside out, right? Mindset, nutrition, all the mind body connection, all those things. Yes. So that is why, if you're ever like, why does she talk so much about mindset on this thing that she calls a nutrition boot camp call? That is why. That is 100% why. So last week, if you missed it, I shared a lot about how I personally do nutrition on a daily basis. And I had a lot of people be like, oh my gosh, that was so helpful. So hopefully that helps you too. If you ever miss a boot camp call, I have all the recordings in our Facebook accountability group, and they're all saved in the unit section. So if you ever want to go back and look at some old ones, get some extra love, get some extra motivation, all of them are titled so you know a little bit about what they're about. And you can always go back and access them at any time. And you can find those in our Facebook accountability group. It's called Powerful Beyond Measure Fight Club. And you can find all the past recordings in the unit section. Okay. Just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. So today, I wanted to talk to you about finding your joy. I have heard so many people that they're either in one of two places during all of this COVID craziness. They're either in a place of like, I'm good and I'm grateful, or they're in a place of like, everything sucks. And there's really, at least in my experience, from every single person that I've talked to, it's either one extreme or the other. And every person, that's not to say that like every person doesn't have like fluctuate between those two things, but it's either like, even from person to person and from person day to day, it's either I'm doing good and I'm feeling grateful, or holy crap, this sucks. And even for me personally, like I'm either having a day where I'm like, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling grateful, or everything sucks, right? And I know for me personally, the biggest difference between everything's good and I'm feeling grateful, or holy crap, my life sucks right now, is I'm doing the things that bring me joy. And that takes work to figure out what it is that brings you joy. And I'm not talking like what makes you happy. I'm talking what brings you joy. Okay. There's a difference between happiness and joy. Eating a huge pizza makes me happy, but it doesn't bring me joy. It makes me happy in the moment. It makes me feel like crap after, right? But joy is like deep, it's internal, it's lasting, right? And I have done a lot of work over the last, good morning, handsome. Sorry, my son just woke up from his nap. I've done a lot of work over the last like 6 months to truly find what brings me joy in my life. And yes, my son is still in his pajamas. It's real life over here. Let's be real. I just put my makeup on like 10 minutes ago for this call. It's good. It's real life over here. But that is to say, that is part, I was grumpy. this morning. And that is one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this on our call today. I was feeling super grumpy and I was really short and super impatient with my kiddos. And I realized I haven't done anything that brings me joy today. That's not true. I had done a couple things that brought me joy, but not the majority of the things that I know bring me joy. I hadn't done any of them except for one.
Some apple juice.
Yes, let me talk to my friend and then I'll get it for you, okay? You might be a little bit needy. So I wanted to share with you a couple of the things that I have found in the last 6 months of me working super hard to try to find what brings me joy to help you, so that hopefully you don't have to take 6 months to find what brings you joy, and maybe I can help you spark some of these things and then you can try them for yourself and see if they really do make you happy, bring you joy that lasts, or if it's like, no, I don't really need that. That doesn't really help me. Give me 1 sec. I'm sorry. I'm going to go get him some apple juice so we don't have to hear him crying in the background for the next 10 minutes while I talk to you about this. I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. Jordan, though, I saw she said something in the chat. She said, same place today, girl. Need to do those things that bring me joy after our call for sure. Amen. Okay, so I will start. The first thing that I know brings me joy, especially when I'm feeling grumpy, is I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. And there's like a really big difference between like just thinking of things that I'm grateful for and actually physically taking a pen to paper or pencil to paper and writing down 10 things. Because 99.999% of the time I start writing stuff and I'm like, yeah, that's probably 10. And I like count it and it's like 6. And I'm like, oh, well, I gotta think of 4 more things that I'm grateful for. And then like I spend this, it doesn't take me very long, but it's like 3 to 5 minutes of just thinking about like, okay, what do I love? Like, what am I so grateful for today that I'm going to write it down? And as I do this day to day, I don't want to write down the same 10 things every day. Sometimes I do. Sometimes if it's like my backyard, I probably write down that I'm grateful for my backyard like every single day, because especially with all this quarantine stuff, if I didn't have a backyard, I don't think I would still have 3 children. Just being real. I'm grateful for my backyard. I'm grateful that I can open the door and they can go outside for a second and that they have grass and a trampoline to play on. And it has helped my sanity. I am grateful for nap time and quiet time. That makes it on my list almost every day because that makes me feel better and happy too, right? But I try to think of lots of things and different from day to day rather than just writing down the same 10 things. And the days that I start my day out with gratitude versus the days I don't, there's a real difference in my patience and my mom madness and my all the things. I'm much nicer, I'm much happier, I'm much more patient on the days that I start with gratitude. And that also is, I personally have found like my morning routine typically looks like I wake up, I get dressed, I found this new app that I am obsessed with. It's called Think Up, and it's a place where you can record your affirmations in your own voice and it puts them to music. And I'm like, I literally just learned about this on Friday and I'm like, okay, my life has changed forever. Okay. It's an app. It's not free. It's $8 a month. It's like, I don't know. There's like another price that's like for 6 months, or it's $99 for lifetime access. So I just paid $99 for lifetime access so that I can have access to this app, because I love I love affirmations. I believe in them, but I'll be real, I suck at doing them consistently. But I believe in them and I believe in the power of them. So every day I'm now going to start doing this new Think Up app. Yes, Laura, you do need this. It's so good. And I wrote down all my affirmations. That's like a different call about like how you can word your affirmations. But I personally have all my affirmations say, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then whatever it is that I want to work on, whatever it is that I want to accomplish, whatever it is that I want to achieve, I write it down as if it's already happened. Like the behavior that I want to adopt. I am so happy and grateful now that I play with my children every single day. Do I actually play with my children every single day? No, but I want to, and I'm striving to. I'm so happy and grateful now that Blake and I have X amount of dollars in savings and we make weekly dates a priority, right? Like those types of things. Their behaviors I may or may not necessarily have already adopted, but I am so happy and grateful now that blank, right? And I recorded my own voice on this Think Up app. And now I listen to my morning affirmations. Okay. So that's one of the things that brings me joy is affirmations. And I feel so much better when I do them versus when I don't. And especially with this Think Up app, I love that it puts it to music, because my love language is music, I swear. Like my spirit loves music, and to hear my voice with my goals and my affirmations set to music, and you can like make it loop once or loop indefinitely or loop for 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever. So I've just started, while I'm getting dressed, I just have my AirPods in listening to my affirmations while I get my workout clothes on, get my Energize ready, and while I'm like preparing the room, whether I need weights or just need to move my rug out of the way or whatever, like preparing my room for exercise. And it's like, it helped me this morning. Yes, that affirmations bring me joy. And that's like leading right into, okay, exercise brings me joy. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it's hard in the moment, but like that quote from Legally Blonde says, right? Like exercise gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people don't shoot their husbands, right? And I've talked to a couple people that are like, well, this program just is not doing it for me right now. Like it is not bringing me joy. Like whatever it is that, whatever program you're doing, I just want to give you permission as your coach. If the program you're doing right now is not making you happy, stop. Beachbody has so many freaking programs that if the one that you're currently doing is not doing it for you, and you're not seeing results like you want, or you're not fulfilled by it, or you're finding yourself 3:00 in the afternoon and you still haven't pushed play because you're dreading it, like stop it. Stop. Pick something else. And don't be a perfectionist and be like, but I only have 1 week left. No, 1 week is a long freaking time to do something that you hate when you could be doing something that you love. Okay. So there's so many options, and I give you permission to quit so that you can do whatever brings you joy for real. Okay. I see some things in the chat, so I'm going to pause for a sec because they probably have to do with this. So Laura said, have y'all seen Overcomer the movie? Makes me think of that. The coach made recordings for the girl in the movie to listen to while she ran, and made her a better runner because she was hearing the coaching in her ear. Such a cool idea. Yeah. So that app is called Think Up if you want to look into it. Yeah, I've only had it for 3 days and I'm like obsessed. And Jordan said, yeah, that is one of my favorite parts. Music is life for real. Yeah. And you can like pick the background of the scenery. Like you can pick a beach versus like mountains, and like, anyways, it's a really cool app. I really like it. So yeah, every morning I start my like ideal morning. I won't say I do this every morning, but like my ideal morning, I get out of bed, I do my affirmations while I'm doing all the other things. I exercise. And then as soon as we're done exercising, I go outside. And I say we because my husband works out with me. I go outside in our backyard and I bring my gratitude journal with me. I put on a jacket because sometimes it's a little nippy. And that is where I write down my 10 things that I'm grateful for. And I just have this like physical journal that I write it in, and I write down my 10 things that I'm grateful for. And then I personally have an affirmation that I write left-handed because there's been like research, whatever, that talks about like if you're doing things that challenge you every day, and you're writing an affirmation, even though it's so much easier to write with your right hand, it's just whatever. Lots of cool things happen when you challenge yourself right with your left hand. And I write down this one affirmation with my left hand every single day as part of my morning routine. And that affirmation says, like, I am so happy and grateful now that I realize my spiritual DNA is perfect and that perfection is within me. I begin each day looking for areas of my life where I want to see that perfection expressed habitually. And that's the end of the affirmation. And I know when I write that affirmation with my left hand at the beginning of the day, I truly do spend the day looking for areas of my life where I want to see perfection expressed through my habits. And if perfection is within me, patience is within me, right? Because patience is a divine quality and it's perfect. Patience is perfect. And there's just like, it's a silly thing, but it works for me. And so I'm sharing it with you. Yes. And you might be like, well, this girl's like kooky, and that's okay. You can think I'm kooky. It works for me. Yes. So I'm sharing it with you. Um, I'm, okay, I will. I'm almost done talking to my friends and then I'll build a fence. Okay. Do you want to go jump on the tramp or something?
No.
Okay, do some puzzles or something. So you're not just sitting there. What? Why are you cold? Sorry, one sec.
I don't know.
I'll be right back. I apologize, you guys. Okay, so the next thing that I do that brings me joy is getting ready for the day. And especially if I'm able to do so early on. There's a lot of days like today that I don't get ready early on, and I feel it. And especially I'm a stay-at-home mom. I never have any reason to go anywhere unless I'm going to the grocery store or to church. I literally have like nowhere else that I go. And so this whole quarantine life is very normal for me. But I know there's a huge difference on the days that I get ready versus the days that I don't. And even if I have nowhere to go, even if I have no one to see, I've got my kids, I've got myself that I see in the mirror, and I've got my husband when he gets home from work. And I know there's a huge difference in my energy and my niceness if I feel cute versus if I feel grungy and gross. Okay, so get ready. I'm still in my sweats. I'm still in my comfies, but I at least did something with my hair. Is it a little crazy? Yes, it is. But I straightened this part. I ran a brush through it and I put on some makeup. Do I look fabulous? Do I look like I'm about to walk the red carpet? No, I've got a sweatshirt on, but I did something with my appearance today and I don't hate the way I look when I look in the mirror. Yes. And that's the point. Yes, to just have a little bit of confidence when you look at yourself in the mirror so that you can be a little bit nicer to the people in your life. Yeah, get ready for the day. Even if you just change from one pair of sweats to the other pair of sweats, at least they're clean. Yeah. The next thing that I do is I really try to find time to rest. And I mean, like really, truly rest. So sometimes that looks like meditation. Sometimes that looks like taking a nap. Sometimes that looks like snuggling my kids on the couch while we watch a movie and my phone is nowhere to be seen. Sometimes that's going outside and just sitting in a lawn chair because I want to, right? Like rest never looks the same for me. The only thing that is consistent is my phone is nowhere to be seen. Okay. I'm not laying down with my phone in my hand, scrolling something. I'm like truly sitting, resting, being present, whether that's outside with my children snuggling or taking a nap or reading a fiction book or a nonfiction book or whatever, just taking the time to rest and unplug and take a deep breath and meditate or pray or whatever, just rest. Yes, that brings me joy. And kind of the flip side of that is taking time to play. And same thing, play is unplugged for me. Maybe play is not unplugged for you, but for me, play has to be unplugged. Because if I've got my phone by me, I'm distracted, or I'm thinking of like, oh, how many cute videos or pictures could I take or whatever. Just like, no, like for me to truly feel the fulfillment and joy from play, I gotta put my phone down. I gotta put my phone away. I gotta go on a walk with my kids and my phone is in the diaper bag zipped up somewhere, right? Or we're jumping on the tramp and my phone is inside. Or I'm trying to think of things that we're doing to play right now that don't include going outside or being with other people, right? Playing in our playroom and letting my kid pick which dinosaur I'm going to be and just playing dinosaurs with them or whatever, right? And like with Blake, our play looks like doing a puzzle or watching a movie together. Or sometimes we like to do these silly quizzes on sporkle.com and test our knowledge of Harry Potter books and whatever floats your boat, okay? Playing board games, whatever. Play, and your phone is nowhere to be seen, okay? Whatever that looks like for you. And reading could totally be play too. It could be rest and it could be play, either one. Reading is awesome. And I just have to do a little plug for that. Another thing that brings me joy is going outside. And I will say, like, just a little disclaimer right here, I do not get every single one of these things in every single day. I strive to because I know they bring me joy, but it's a very rare day when I am able to get all of them in. I know which ones make me feel the best. So I strive to make those ones a part of my morning routine, like I was sharing earlier. But it's not every single day that I get to go outside and that I get to rest and that I get to play with my kids as unplugged as I want to. I strive to do all of these things every single day, but I just want to let you know I'm not perfect. Yes. And there's a lot of days that one or more of these things never happen. So, but I really strive to go outside at least once in my day, even if it's just to take out the trash. Like there is a real energy shift for me when I go outside, when I breathe fresh air, and when I'm not just stuck inside my house all day. Yes, even if it's like literally a 30-second outside thing to take my trash out, it really rejuvenates me and helps me. So another thing for me personally, and a lot of you may or may not agree with this, is to clean. Cleaning brings me joy. Not necessarily like the act of cleaning, but having clean things brings me joy, 100 million%. To have a clean kitchen brings me so much joy. To have my bed made and to have my vacuum floorness brings me joy, brings me joy, brings me joy. Like I said, I don't necessarily like to actually do it, but having it done definitely brings me joy. And it lasts as long as it stays clean, which we try to keep it clean as much as we can. But even if it's untidy, I know it's clean, if that makes sense. So it still brings me joy because I know it's clean, even if it's not necessarily tidy. Yes? And then the last thing that I know brings me joy is to spend time with my spirit. So I'm a Christian. I really enjoy listening to devotionals, conference talks, and reading my scriptures and spending time with God. That brings me joy. It always refills my cup to unplug from the world and to spend time with God. And there's lots of different ways to do that, right? Whether it's, again, through prayer or meditation or scripture study or devotionals or reading spiritual books, or if you're into family history, doing those types of things, like when they're open, going and doing service for other things and other people, serving in the temple, serving the homeless, whatever, service. Yep, that definitely helps me to connect with God as well. So that's another thing that brings me joy. So a quick rundown, just in case you're like, I don't feel like I got everything. Gratitude, meditation, exercise, getting ready for the day, rest, play, going outside, cleaning or having clean things, and spending time with God. So I just really want to challenge you to find your joy and to do whatever it is that makes you happy, especially in this time of quarantine where we're all starting to go a little stir crazy. We're all incredibly over this, right? And I want to challenge you to find the good and the gratitude in this, and to fill your cup so that when your cup is running over, you're spilling out positive things and not spreading negative things onto everyone in your life. Because the only people you can see right now, most likely, are the people that are in your family. And you don't want to have a negative, lasting relationship with them because, hello, they're your family. Yeah. So hopefully that helps. I don't see anything else in the comments, but yes, I love you. I believe in you. I hope that this helps to bring you joy into your life, because again, like I said, I feel like when your mindset is on, your nutrition is on. And that is why I choose to do a lot of mindset stuff in our nutrition boot camp calls. Because when you truly take time to heal from the inside out, you have the greater desire to eat well, because you're trying to take care of yourself from the inside out. So if you're on the recording, I love you. I'll talk to you later. I would love to see you on live anytime you can get on live. If you are on live, stay on live. We'll chat, and I'll talk to you guys later.